You all had good breakfast? No? So yeah, you'll be having a high tea soon. But I just would like to, talk about the initiatives from the Ministry of Education. Uh, can I have the... Thank you, Director Sir Umesh Rastogi sir, for this warm welcome to all your team who has made this event possible. It is very fortunate that we met only 2 weeks back and we have been able to curate this event. It is only with this thoughtful leadership where such kind of things can happen at the speed of light. And you know, at Ministry of Education, I don't know how many initiatives have been taken. A lot of students are in dilemma where to go for patents filing, where to get support for, if you have an idea, how to deal with it. If you have a startup idea, faculties also sometimes face problem as to what are the opportunities available with us. How can I guide or we can guide these students to scale their ideas, right? So I've just kept this presentation very brief on IP and technology transfer because later, after I speak, there is a dynamic lady, Shalaka Tolia ma'am, she's an IP attorney, going to come and going to speak about opportunities for patent IPR. It's an emerging, opportunity for all of us. And she will take you through what is patent, what are the different types of patents and all. So to talk about the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell initiative, let me ask you, how many of you have heard about Smart India Hackathon? Have you heard about it, seen about it? If you have seen it, can I see some hands? Smart India Hackathon? Okay. So Smart India Hackathon is world's biggest hackathon which we conduct at the Ministry of Education. 3 lakh internal teams, 55,000 teams go ahead in the second round. In finale, there are 1,300 teams which participate, and then they are rewarded with cash prizes. And 17 ministries across India participate to create problem statements for which solutions are found by the students. So when we talk about Viksit Bharat, right? Sir also mentioned about it, and we'll have a panel discussion on that. But what is Viksit Bharat in a nutshell? Where we mitigate all the problems which we have. It might be health, it might be agri sector, it might be infrastructure. So when we hone up all the things, when we solve the problems which you are facing now, we'll automatically become developed, right? So for that, we conduct this hackathon. There is Kapila scheme named after Dr. Kalam. Uh, if you have an idea, you want to file a patent, we give you funding support. Okay. So if you are from school, there is a School Innovation Council, which I have also mentioned. If you are from college, we have Institution Innovation Council. Okay. And to register, like for faculties who want to register or enroll as a institution, you can just go on these websites, Institution Innovation Council and School Innovation Council, right? Then we have Yukti portal, one of the world's largest idea, submission portal. So all across India, whoever has an idea, they submit those ideas, and selected ideas who stand out are also funded. Then we have NISP, one of the most important policies utilized by the educational institutions, National Innovation Startup or policy which is there. And in NISP, any faculty who wants to do startup, we have also made provision for that. So if a faculty comes up with an idea, you can also kind of, register. And then we have PM Shri and Wadhwani institution with us. So Institution Innovation Council, Smart India Hackathon, UKT, SIC, these are some of the, what we can say, areas where we are working on to develop the innovation index within the academic setting. Then if you deep dive into it, there are many things which we do, ID boot camps, projects, funding, innovation ambassadors are there from colleges, schools where we, mentor them also. Then we have school innovation councils where we conduct year-long programs like impact lectures, bringing entrepreneurs and talking about their ideas, how they came up with those ideas. And, we have hackathons, boot camps being conducted. Right. So these are some of the things which we do for education institutions, and on the right you can see for the schools which we do, which is innovation entrepreneurship promotion majorly. We have a free design thinking program going on our website. So anyone from school or college can register and go through that module. It's freely available. If you just type design thinking school innovation council, you can easily kind of get it. So we believe in catch them young. We start from school, though we are focusing on higher education institution. So we came up with the a module that where we can have schools coming in on board early, though we are working with HEIs. So mainly I'll talk about Maharashtra because we are sitting here and uh, many students say ideas kahan par hai? I want to become a startup founder, and how many of you seen Shark Tank? Yeah, everyone has seen it. Do you want to, envision that you will go sometime over there and pitch your idea? No? How many say yes? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you have seen this startup pitches somewhere happening, not virtually, but physically, like E-Summit IIT Bombay or E-Summit in any other college? Have you been there? Or your college conducts something like this? Shark Tank like activity or school? No. So maybe you can take that initiative. Uh, I'll just talk about the impact of Maharashtra because I'm taking care of Maharashtra and Goa region. And then I'll talk about the overall landscape. I have to hard stop at 11:05 so I can hand over the mic to Shalaka ma'am. So I'll keep it very brief, right? These are some of the numbers like, what is the MSME landscape in Maharashtra and Goa, Dadra, Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu. So, we have a lot of MSMEs working in our ecosystem. Yeah. Then also Goa. And the prominence of these two states, right, is really important. Why I'll tell you. So there are different clusters, okay, registered factories in Maharashtra, as you can see. So you can see the yellow one, which is Mumbai, most prominent, and then the color fades, right? So maximum region which we see is Thane, Pune, Mumbai, and this region. The other part of Maharashtra is still developing. So there are not many factories in that way, so which has big opportunity for us. And each district provides a special opportunity. For example, Aurangabad is an auto cluster. Nashik is an auto cluster. A lot of automobile companies are there. As a student, as a faculty, we need to know which state, which area has which opportunity because that ecosystem is thriving. So if I want to solve a problem in automobile area or automobile sector, so I need to be connected to Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar or Nasik, right, or Pune. So these are the three locations where you have a lot of auto-related, companies or auto-related, activities happening. So I've just mapped this for, different domain-wise. So aerospace, these are the companies situated in these 4, 5 districts, right? Then automobile is around these areas, Mumbai, Nasik, Nagpur, Aurangabad, Pune, and these are the brands or the companies over there. Then we have chemical, right? These are the top brands in chemical industry. We have then electronics, right? Food processing, right? Then in food processing, there are various things. There is major food processing hubs, then, major wine parks, and then we have cold chains, right? We have workshops on that. Then the another emerging trend is gems and jewelry, okay, where we have these typical brands and ITES, right? Then we have leather industry. How many of you have heard about Kolhapuri chappal? How many of you wear it? How many of you wear it? Wear it. Have you worn it? Okay, great. Few people have, yeah, right? So the whole idea is we have a GI tag for Kolhapur chappal because that's why it's called Kolhapuri chappal or basmati rice, right? For example. Then we have oil and gas brands situated here. Pharma, there is a pharma quadrilateral that is Sambhajinagar, Nasik, Pune, Mumbai, and part of Goa is dealing into that. Then we have textiles, right? So all these industries are working, toy industry, right? We had a toy hackathon from Government of India. So major emergence was how we can create toys for the world, and where government came up with a hackathon to create toys. So with paper, pen, pencil, whatever tools you have, how you can create a toy to teach, maybe to give examples related to various curriculum which you have, right? So why I'm showing this basically is this is the area where we are working on. These are the sectors where we are working on. If you want to create innovation, if you are thinking of doing business, these are the prominent areas where you can focus on. That's a thriving ecosystem over there, right? And obviously, there is a need for employment. So these are the sector gaps. So beautifully, Niti Aayog, they have created a report, and Invest India, they have created a report on what are the areas where we are lagging, what kind of human capital we want to develop. So these are the focus areas, right? And for each one of them, they have tried to map it. So India ranks globally 44th in the innovation inputs, and 30th lower in middle income group economies across the world, 10th in Central and Southern Asia, 33rd in the innovation outputs, and then four clusters we have. In top 100 countries in the world which are innovating, we have four, what we can say, cities, and these are Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, and Mumbai, right? So these are another hubs where innovation is taking place. Now, when we talk about innovation, if you want to solve a problem, right, who are the people who can do it? So innovation is the lifeblood of the economic growth. If you want to become Viksit Bharat, it can only be possible when you are creating economy. And for that, the students are the forefront, right, who are creating the transformative solutions. But it's really important for us to think out of the box. What is the new emerging trend which is going to come? I'll give an example. We all use 5G. Yes or no? Okay. Have you heard about 6G? 6G? No. So Reliance was making 6G base station and towers. But Elon Musk has created a different brand called Starlink. Have you heard about it? Yes. What is Starlink? Correct. It's a network of satellites. And what is the utility? What will happen in Starlink? What is different than the previous telecom? Off the grid connections, सैटेलाइट से कम्युनिकेट होगा, आपको सिम कार्ड की जरूरत नहीं है. So what is happening when Reliance developed that 6G, solution? It was not aware that Starlink is being developed, which is going to make its equipments absolute. It is leapfrogging. How many of you seen Walkman? Right? Only teachers and senior people in the house. Right? One cassette and you can listen only 8 to 12 songs. And there was a battery. Then came iPod Nano. 1200 songs in one small chip. You can plug it over here with earplugs. You can listen, recharge it. That was disruptive innovation. And what we are seeing with Starlink is another disruption. So when we are thinking of innovation, we need to understand how technology is shaping, how it is leapfrogging, right? And AI is dominated by data, as you have seen. AI Action Summit. You saw this video on news. Modi ji was in France. Yeah. So what is AI? AI is GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. If input is garbage, you will get garbage, right? If your input is good, you will get good output. But that's the challenge. AI does not have good input. If you ask AI, who is the father of surgery, it will not tell the name of Shushruth. That's a challenge for us because we have accredited the father of surgery as Shushruth. But AI does not know that. So can we make AI understand with the demographic dividend which we have? So 1 crore or 50 crore people in the country, if they start typing on Google, or posting on social media, father of surgery is Shushru. After 1 month, AI will agree. You're getting what I'm trying to say. So AI is working on model data-based thing, right? Uh, Coming to the topic of innovation again, lot of people do patents, but they don't have business acumen. Do you agree? Not everyone can become an entrepreneur. Some are good innovators. And for me, I'll give an example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So he did not create business for himself, but he solved bigger problems for the nation. He might have, done a lot of patents, a lot of innovations, which were utilized by DRDO and ISRO, right? And it will keep on being utilized. It will be further developed. So every entrepreneur is an inventor, but every inventor is not an entrepreneur. So when you file patents, you need to have this notion in mind, right? And in India, we are lagging behind in patents. China has 17 lakh patents. We are just, if you see everywhere in each domain, there is China. The red thing which you're seeing, right? It all is China. Then is Japan, yellow, and green color is US. So if you talk about generative AI, you have heard about this? Chat GPT. Who is not using Chat GPT? Raise your hand. I should ask that way. Chat GPT कौन यूज नहीं कर रहा है कोई? आप नहीं यूज कर रहे हो? सफेद झूठ. So Chat GPT is there, DeepSeek is there. Every 5 days, 3 days, every week we are getting new solution. The time to innovate and to capitalize the market, you don't have that much time today. The way the technology is moving, as sir mentioned, faculty also need to be abreast about it. So that's becoming a big challenge because students will come up with questions, and as faculties also we need to hone up ourselves. If you see, all the top companies from China have registered patents in generative AI. Right? This is the data around 1 or 2 months back. So Tencent is the number one in that. We need more IPs. And to have more IPs, India needs to have patent. We all have heard about India's got talent. And we also know the other part. But what I'm going to pitch from government is India's got patent. We need to talk about patent. And where we are talking about patent, we need to have awareness. We need to have discovery of, drug discovery or any other, innovation, expanding to new markets and reaching out to new markets to capture the data. If you want to solve a problem for Africa, you need to reach out to those people, have empathetical approach, right? So that's really important how we do it. As a nation, we have a great opportunity. And these are my final thoughts. We have come a long way. If you see from 2018, the number of patents which we had and 2020 to 23, you can see the huge exponential change in all the numbers here. This is a very important data. If you want, you can click picture, right? Share it with your people. This is also available with Comptroller General of Patents, Trademarks, Design. We have an office in Vadala. Baudik Sampada Bhavan, IP office of India is in Vadala. So if you want to file patent, you can also go to them, right? And few other thoughts. 50 crore people, almost 20 to 30 countries, European nations came together kind of to take a bath. Was there a pandemic? Did the water deteriorate? Did they catch cold cough? I've been there. I saw people taking bath every day in the cold. None of them got any kind of a cold or any kind of other disease. So are we also, looking at opportunities, avenues, how we leverage this ecosystem to capture data? People coming from all walks of life, right? So you can take a photo of this. This is all the government schemes for startups. This is available on Startup India. You can scan it, right? For all the sectors which I mentioned earlier, aerospace से लेके आपको सुई बनानी है, उसके लिए startup funding, innovation अगर आपका है तो कहाँ मिलेगा? We'll get here. If you want to connect with investors, So investor network is also available. All the information across the country, all the investors. Okay. And this is a list of incubators. So incubation centers are playing a very important role. I will request faculties, if any students comes to you with an idea and you don't have bandwidth, connect them to the nearest incubator. So if you are in Sion, Ghatkopar Somya has Riddle, which is a prominent incubator. Why to go far? VJTI has a TBI, Technology Business Incubator. So if there is anything related to technology, connect them to that incubation center, right? So all the incubation centers across the country, there are 1,270 incubation centers across the country. And, very important thought, today obesity and all these things have increased. So we also need to be healthy. So स्वस्थ होगा भारत तो विकसित होगा भारत, right? Last but not the least, before I end, I want you to sing a poem along with me. This is from my first book, The Fun of Being in a Startup. And it narrates the story of an entrepreneur. Because I also started my journey as an entrepreneur way back in 2010, which made me to interact with 4.5 lakh students like you. So the poem goes something like this, and I want you to repeat after me. Walk alone if you must. Keep walking. You may fall. Who doesn't? Keep walking. They will stop you. Won't they? Just keep walking. Did you reach your goal? No? Keep walking. When people leave you, keep walking. Everything will make sense. Keep walking. If you think your path is lost, remember you have just created one. Thank you so much for being a patient listener. I request all of you to quickly scan this, your feedback, because you will be getting certificates. The digital certificates will reach you after this session, maybe around next week. So kindly fill this up. And I would be happy to connect with you. If you need support with connecting incubation centers, investors, conducting programs on innovation entrepreneurship in your campuses, so you can connect me on these coordinates, right? Right. So any questions? I think we'll take those questions during the panel discussion. Is it fine? After all the sessions are over, during the panel discussion, we'll have enough time to take on those questions. So without wasting further much time, I would like to invite the IP attorney, Shalaka Tole, ma'am. She's been in the ecosystem for almost, a decade now, helped many institutions to file their patents. And she has traveled all the way from Pune today to deliver this session on IPR. So big, huge applause from your end.
I'll just briefly introduce Shalaka ma'am. Shalaka ma'am is a designated partner of IP Adventure LLP and specializing in IP filing services, portfolio management, and patent analysis. As a registered Indian patent agent, the number is INPA 4103. She provides expertise in technology transfer, commercialization, and prior art searches. She's also a SIPP facilitator assisting startups with patent and design filing on a pro bono basis. With over a decade of experience in research and development and IP management, she has conducted numerous IP awareness seminars and training sessions. Her work spans drafting legal agreements, freedom to operate analysis, and supporting innovation-driven uh, enterprises. So I'll request Ms. Anusha to please welcome ma'am with a pot of a small plant. Please give a big round of applause to ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Good morning. Yes, so I'm not very much used to stand here and talk to you about IPR. I usually roam. Okay. So can I get a mic? No? Okay. Yeah. So can you all hear me? Yeah. Thank you so much. And I request all of you to come here in the front row, please. So thank you both Umesh sir for giving me this opportunity. So we both are here to make you aware of the handholding which is available to you and the values you should inculcate among your students about the different schemes which are available, as Umesh sir rightly said, and IPRs which are there. So I am going to basically let you know the very basic thing, the first step, what you should know, and the next step already has been taken care by Umesh sir. So I want it to be an interactive session. So I don't want, like, you are all going to be teachers, and then if your students are not talking to you, they're just listening blindly, then what will happen? So let us create an interactive session. So I just want to know what all things you know about intellectual property rights. So may it be wrong, just give me answer so that I will start my presentation. Anybody? What is intellectual property right? Do you know what are intellectual property rights? Yes, please. Right. So secures whom? Correct. Correct. Right. Very good. Very good. So what are different types of IPR? Yes. You should clap for her. So do you know what are different types of intellectual property rights? What is the definition of a property basically? Yes, asset. Right. So do you have any, can you give me an example of a property? Hmm. Yeah. So how can you say that it is your property? What kind of documents you have? License will tell you like you can drive that. Registration. Huh. Okay. So are you aware ki there is a creation of a human brain? Yes. So do you feel that that should also be treated as a property? Or if you have thought of something and which is not been there, then do you think that you should get due credit of that creation which you have thought of? Right? So that is the right which is arising out of the creation of the mind. That is intellectual property right. Okay. So now understood intellectual property right. Now I'll introduce myself because I forgot to do that. So, so I'm Shalaka Tole. I have come from Pune. I have my own firm named IP Adventure. So we provide all IPR related services. Like if you all want, anybody from you want to register patent, they want to register their trademark, copyright, industrial design. So what are these things that I'll let you know. But if you want to register, like she said, ki she has all documentation of the bike she owns. So similarly, if you want to own a trademark, so what are the necessary legal documentation to be done? That I will let you know what is to be done. I'll do it for you. I'll file it for you. So I'll act as an authorized person for you on behalf of you. Okay. So that is what my firm does. Apart from that, for students or faculty members, we create or we conduct awareness sessions because faculty members are those people or teachers are those people who are going to in turn impart their knowledge to the students. They themselves should be aware of the intellectual property right. Then only they'll be able to teach their students, right? So let us go ahead now. I'm going to. Why do not know? Yeah, can anybody read this? So do you find any problem in this? I mean, read aloud. No, not that one, the one which is in white thing. So is this question correct? Why? Huh. Yes. Anybody? Somebody called here. Huh, yeah. Okay. Huh. Correct. So clap for her. Right. So patent, copyright, and trademark, as she rightly said, these are three different intellectual property rights. So we cannot ask this question, can I patent my copyrighted trademark? So what are these different intellectual property rights and how are they going to help you? Like he said, ki entrepreneurship is very much important in upcoming, like sir said, ki government jobs are not there. So you have to be job creator now. And when you are starting your own firm or own startup, these three things are going to help you to flourish in the future. Okay. Again, it is not. This is my very favorite example. Being a म्हणजे मी गृहिणी आहे त्यामुळे मला हे खूप आवडतं. Being a homemaker. So earlier we used to use this. Now also I'm using that. But then the other one has reduced my efforts, my time. So it has added convenience to me. So when I explain what is patent, so I give this example always. something which is a problem, and when we try to find out a solution to that problem, so that solution is called as invention, or that can be patented. So that is a subject matter of patent. So when I explain what is patent, I give most of the times I give this example. So earlier we used to use this mortar and pestle, and then now we have shifted it to mixer grinder. So this is how, I mean, whenever you will be teaching your students, you have to tell them, or you yourself also can think of, like, I'm not aware of the domains you are teaching into, but then you yourself can be inventors, researchers, and then you can think of such kind of problem solution relationships in your domain, and then you can go for filing patent for that particular solution. Okay. Yes, so intellectual property is basically divided into two types: literary artistic work and industrial property. So what is literary artistic work? That is copyright. So those who are artists, like they do creative work, some kind of photograph, musical compositions, some kind of paintings. So these things can be covered as copyright. Okay. And industrial properties, physical matter, or which are used for commercial purposes in the industry. The property of an or the creation of human intellect that can be used in industry for commercial purpose, that is called as industrial property. So apart from copyright, all other properties are industrial properties. So these are six types of intellectual property rights in India: patent, trademark, industrial design, geographical indication, plant variety, and integrated circuit layout. So out of which patent, as I said, it is related to problem solution relationship. Trademark, as you all know, anybody can explain me what is trademark? Can you give me an example of a trademark? Yes. Yes, but example. Sorry? Yes, tell me.
Or for jewelries also we have some
Yes,
trademarks,
yes.
gold trademarks.
Hallmark. That is
Yes.
also a trademark, but that is a category of trademark that is called a certification mark,
Yes.
which is ensuring you some kind of quality standards that product is having.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, you have said it rightly. Certification marks also a type of trademark. So trademark is something like identity of your business. Like your name is your identity, right? So nobody can be like Chalaka Tole, isn't it? So this is my identity. Similarly, whenever you are creating or you are founding any organization, you are starting any business, you want to create your identity among the public, you want to have your image in the minds of the customers, then you want to have loyal customers, then that is protected under trademark. For example, Nike का logo आपको मालूम है? Yes, but we also see Nike logo in local bags के shops में, right? क्या हुआ? Why are you laughing? Huh? The other one, not you. हाँ, you yellow. कुछ है, मतलब मुझे भी बताओ. So I was also teaching. Wow. Yeah. So I also was teaching in SNDT, and I had 105 girls, and we used to make masti. So you can share with me. So that is not a problem. So so Nike brand, you know that logo, and we also see that is locally available in the shops, bag shops, where on the street side bag shops. But then that is not, I mean, that should be considered as a trademark infringement. That is a copying of that mark. But then Nike is not much interested in these kind of local shops. But then that is the established logo, well-known logo, you can say, well-known trademark. Okay. So trademark is important when you are starting your own business. You can register mark your name of the business, as well as different products ranges can be named with unique words, and those words can be protected as trademark. So what are other things which can be protected as a trademark? You can protect your domain name. You can protect fragrances as trademark. You can protect sound marks. So, and you can protect word marks. You can protect your logos, how the words are written in unique styles. Or if you have your taglines, then the style in which your words are written, the taglines and the logo. This entirely goes as a device mark. This is called as a device mark. So trademark basically there are two types, word mark and device mark. So whenever you are starting your business, you should have your device as well as word mark protected. So that will complete your trademark protection. Okay. So this was about trademark. More about trademark, if I want to tell you, then there are 45 classes. So आप जब business करते हो, so you might be dealing with services. Either you are providing services like how we are providing IPR related services, or you must be dealing with products. Like somebody must be dealing with bakery products. Somebody must be dealing with mechanical related, engineering related products. Somebody must be dealing with softwares. Actually, they must be coding softwares and selling. So these are the products, and people like us who are service providers. So they are into service industry. So there are 45 classes given by World Intellectual Property Organization. World Intellectual Property Organization is a universal body which makes policy for intellectual property protection. So WIPO has given 45 classes. This is called as a NICE classification. So 1 to 35 classes are for products and 35 to 45 are for services. So whatever you want to protect, like if you are into goods, then you should go for 1 to 35, any suitable class. You need to identify suitable class for your goods, and services like 35 to 45. So whatever services are you are providing, so of course this has to be done with the help of the experts. So he or she will identify appropriate class for your services, and you can register your trademark in that. Coming to the third type, industrial design. Industrial design is it covers the outer appearance of an object. So for example, if patent is covering functionality of a particular invention or particular product, the industrial design covers or protects outer appearance or aesthetic look of the object or a product. For example, normally chair has 4 legs, right? If I make a chair with 1 leg, what is the advancement in that, or what is the value addition in that? There is no value addition. It is providing me the same comfort what the 4-leg chair is providing, right? But then it is looking, I mean, I have my intellect applied in that, in creating the 1-leg chair. So I should be getting due credit to my creativity. So that is why this third type of IP has been provided, that I can protect that design under industrial design IPR. But I cannot take patent for that because there is no functionality involved in that. There is no technical advancement. So what is technical advancement? Technical advancement as in value addition. Value addition मतलब कुछ ना कुछ convenience है, कुछ ना कुछ comfort दे रहा है, cost effective है, then it is technical advancement. And if there is a technical advancement, then we can protect it under patent. If it is not, only बाहरी उसका जो look है वो अलग है, then we can protect it as industrial design. Okay. Next is geographic. Abhi, whatever 3 we have seen, these are the individual natural person can own these kind of properties, or I mean like anybody. It may be natural person, it may be a company, it may be startup, anybody. But geographical indication is a kind of IP which is owned only by a community. Like he said, ki, like I say Devgad Alfonso or Basmati rice. So these are related to geographical conditions of a particular place, which impart some kind of unique properties in that product. For example, Devgad Alfonso. So whatever climatic conditions are there, because of which the unique taste of Alfonso mango is there. Vengurla cashew. So ये जो है, these unique tastes are because of the climatic conditions over there. And hence, the farmers which are cultivating Alfonso mango in Devgad area has been given geographical indication. But anybody, any farmer in Pune cannot grow that mango and claim it as Devgad Alfonso. Why? Because that taste will not be there. Taste in the Devgad Alfonso is there, that will not be there, and hence anybody cannot claim mango grown in his or her respective area apart from Devgad as Devgad Alfonso. Okay, so have you understood this geographical indication? Yeah. So plant variety may now in US in plant variety, plant patents are there, but in India plant patents are not there, but plant variety, a different kind of IP they have introduced that is called as plant variety. So if the farmer, this is for the sake of farmers, if farmers are inventing or finding out different seed variety which gives better yield, then that can be protected under plant variety. Okay. Integrated circuit layout is related to integrate ICs. So unique, what you can say, arrangement of the components on ICs. So that unique arrangement can be protected as integrated circuit layout. This is the least explored IP in India. Only 2 or 3 hardly they have protected as ICs. Okay, and we are going to, I mean, government is finding out or devising new policies. Sir must be aware of it. So for these particular semiconductor devices and integrated circuit layouts. So yeah, these are the things which we have seen. Back. Yeah, so can you see these marks? What is Bisleri? Okay, so whenever you go for bottled water, so do you tell the shopkeeper, give me bottled water, or what you say? Bisleri de do. So no matter what he is giving it to you, whether he is giving Oxyrich या फिर whatever Himalaya or whatever brand he is giving, but आप बोलोगे Bisleri दे दो, है ना? So this kind of marks are called as well-known marks. So there is a list of well-known marks in the on trademark website. Our trademark registry has put a or created a database of well-known marks. So well-known marks are like this कि हाँ मुझे Bisleri दे दो. Bisleri इतना mind में बस गया है कि we do not matter कि other brands are there or not, right? Similarly, Colgate, isn't it? Maggie. So these marks are like इतने हमारे हो चुके हैं कि we don't matter about other things. Maggie तो इतना है कि we don't know other which are the top ramen and all. Yippee. So we don't matter if other brands are in existence or not. So these kind of marks are called as well-known marks. What? Atta Maggie nahi hai. So then FSSAI. FSSAI kya hai? License, right? So that is also another kind of certification mark, जैसे ISI, AgMark, ऐसे होता है, whatever. So whenever you are into food business, this license is mandatory for you, right? Then LG, we know, LG, Google. Do you know Google? Yes. So as I said, ki, why trademark should be registered. So if you are starting a business, you are starting with some kind of some unique name or unique logo in a short span of time with the good quality and customer satisfaction, you are creating your brand image. So if somebody else comes and starts using your mark, then what will you do? Hmm? Sorry? Complain, okay. But who will, I mean, why you should be given this right? Why you should be given this trademark? Trademark, nahi, rather word. Why are what is that thing which is allowing you to claim the rights on that word? Mic lega bola, huh? It's your own creation, but that you are saying. Who will prove that? Huh. So after doing that or before starting the business itself, you should go for trademark registration. So earlier till the time it was like कि हाँ पैसा बचा तो फिर बाकी सारे licenses होने के बाद company incorporation होने के बाद then we will go for trademark registration. Now it is not like that. Along with other licenses, people go for startup registration. पहले तो company incorporation, startup registration, and then immediately they go for trademark registration. They don't wait for somebody else to copy it and then go on a, what you can say, a loss of their public image or tarnishing their public image. Okay. Do you know this difference between TM and R? TM का क्या है? नहीं, ट्रेडमार्क तो है, but unregistered. But why we write TM? Anybody write TM? Correct. Good. So when you apply for a trademark application, you file your trademark application. Since that date, you can put TM. Okay. Without doing that, putting TM or R is a punishable offense. Okay. And when you get registration certificate, you can put R. Okay. This I will not take. Patent, huh? Next. Yes. So let's talk more about patent now. So patent, as I said, that is related to problem solution relationship. There was a girl in Pune. Her name was Ankita Nagarkar. Anybody of you know her? अंकिता नगरकर को जानते हो? नहीं. तो मैं क्या बोल रही थी? अभी you are my students. So I'll ask you. Imagine your students are doing like this with you. Bolo. Do you know what is patent? Huh? See, you are teachers, going to be teachers, and you're going to teach students. आप भी B.Ed से हो ना? D.Ed. तो आप टीचर ही बनोगे, right? तो आप स्टूडेंट्स को सिखाओगे, है ना? तो उसके लिए you should know what is this. तो ही आप सिखा पाओगे. Like, right? आपको मालूम आहे मुलगी शिकली प्रगती झाली असं म्हणतो आपण मराठीमध्ये. मराठी हो आप? हां, तो मुलगी शिकली प्रगती झाली असं म्हणतो ना आपण. तर तू तसंच आहे. If you do not know, then what will you teach? And this is very, very important for your students. अभी ये नहीं आएगा तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So I'm talking about patent. Patent, what is patent? Any problem, and if you are trying to find out solution to that problem, then उसका पेटेंट हम लोग ले सकते हैं. तो I was telling about Ankita Nagarkar. She was a student of 9th standard, and her father is scientist in DRDO. Okay, so she used to file his papers. फाइल करती थी, पंच करके स्टेपल करके फाइल करती थी. ठीक है ना? तो स्टेपल करते करते what she used to find is कि स्टेपलर के पिन्स खत्म होते थे, and then she used to have only holes to that bunch of papers. This was a problem क्योंकि उसको पता ही नहीं चलता था पिन्स खत्म हो गए हैं. Okay, so what she did, a simple thing, जो पिन का जो ये रहता है सेट रहता है, right? तो लास्ट पिन को उसने मार्कर से कलर कर दिया. So how it is helping her now? Can you tell me? Yes, so जब last pin आती है तो that is the colored one, isn't it? So she got a patent for this. Okay. So how simple invention is there, isn't it? So you don't have to be hi-fi or high technologically inventing something to file a patent. Simple things or simple inventions can be filed or protected as a patent and can be commercialized, and you can be a patent holder. Okay. Hmm.
Hello,
Hmm.
we are from education, like teacher education. So we do not have such materialistic type of designs or products. So what type of patents are possible for us?
So you do not have IPs or intellectual property which can be protected as a patent, but you have intellectual creation that can be protected as a copyright, that can be protected as a trademark. How? You are designing some course material for teachers. You are giving some kind of unique names for those course materials that can be registered as a trademark, or that course material also can be protected as a copyright. So copyright all gives you good, that kind of thing which is unique, designed by you. You want nobody else to copy that, isn't it? So that can be done as a copyright. You need not protect anything as a patent, because considering your field,
But
we cannot say that there is no creativity. There is creativity and that can be protected. Yes.
but we are being expected to patent. So that is the question. Like,
Normally, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so what I was saying is, his question is,
Hmm.
uh, you want to file patents, it has been mandated. Now, you need to think different, right? In that way. No, you don't have that many opportunities. So how will you file a patent? So I interact with engineering colleges faculties also, and they have this question. Though they have so many opportunities lying within the ecosystem, but still they have a problem. Where do I go and file patents? So for that, one suggestion is going to the industries. And for example, I'll give an example, very beautiful example. How many of you have been to Dharavi? Raise your hand. Dharavi. Have you been to Dharavi? What have you seen there? What?
Leather.
Leather market. Yeah. I hope I'm hearing right. Leather market, right? Leather market. Yes. There's $1 billion industry working in Dharavi, which is going to go because we are, shifting that whole ecosystem. Anyway, that's a different part. Oxfords of the world, Stanfords of the world, Howards of the world come to Dharavi to see what they are doing. Why they are coming? Many people, when I ask, they haven't gone to Dharavi. In fact, I have not been to so much to Dharavi to see what they are doing. But to answer this question, why Stanford is coming to Dharavi? Why Oxford is interested in Dharavi? Why they are sending their students to Dharavi? To see what jugaad they have done. So jugaad is one way of doing thing, but they don't know what is patent. They are only concerned that at the end of the month, I am getting some money because of this, what device I have created. Now there might be a mixer grinder, but they have done something around it for their utility. Now they don't know whether that process can be patented, that device which they have converted, that could be patented. So here are the ideas, what you are talking about, where we can find. So you need to hunt. Academic institutions, engineering colleges, I tell them this thing only, right? You cannot invent sitting in your classroom or college. For that, you will have to go out. Problems are outside. You can build solution in your campus. So for that, you need to have that outlook. Looking at anything, having an imaginative thought, like this light, for example. How many different ways we can create it. So there are design thinking workshops, giving them tasks. Like ma'am gave a beautiful example. There is a chair with 4 legs? Can we create one? Give that task. And can you make one person sit on it? So what will be the design? What will be the shape? How the gravity will work on it and the person will not fall. So that is one thing. Then ma'am also talked about the mismatch, like the trend versus the tech, something like that. So what is the trend going on right now? And what is the tech which can be implied around it? And you come up with that solution. For example, I gave that example, Starlink. Earlier, all the patents in telecom were around the base station, the towers which you see on the building. With the advent of Starlink, those towers will vanish. The rent which the buildings are getting will go away. And the whole new patents have been filed in that Starlink domain. If you ask me today, there are many companies which are filing patents or IPs for building something on Mars and Moon as well. What kind of clothes people will wear on Mars? What kind of material will work over there? If you're talking about putting a rail network on Moon to colonize it or Mars, people have already started thinking on that and filing patents around it. So we will have to hunt. We cannot say that there are no problems or there are no innovations left. There are so many opportunities where you need to think what is the mismatch. And sometimes it comes from the crazy ideas, right? Sometimes it's just that you thought, okay, this is something, a completely different thing which I want to do. And from there, people have invented something new. Like Elon Musk, right? Who thought of creating satellite, a chain of satellite which will act as a communication system? Not many people thought of it. Who thought of colonizing Mars? Or for that matter, now another idea of, I'm giving his example, I should not boast about it, but these are moonshot ideas, right? Now, another example I'll give you, connecting to the dots. We invented wheel. We talk about the technological innovation. So wheel was invented. Why wheel was invented? We wanted to move from one place to other. Today also, many of you came by bus or train, by vehicle, cab, car. So from bullock carts to cars, what we are doing, what we want to do, we will travel. Irrespective of the method, what we want to do, we want to travel. If you want to go from here to US, what are the methods? You can fly by plane. What else? Ship. What else? By road. Yes. What else? Any other method? No. If you want to come from, okay. So job to be done is you want to travel from US to India or India to US. Elon Musk says it takes 16 hours or 18 hours flight. I want to reduce it to 1 hour. I will send people by rockets. So that's the innovation. You sit in a rocket and reach in 1 hour. So job to be done does not change. You will always keep listening to music. That's why from Walkman we had iPod. From iPod we had mobile phones which have those songs. Now beyond that we have Spotify. You don't even have to save songs. There was a trouble like, okay, download songs, go to some shop, ask them, give some money. Job to be done was what? गाना सुनना है. वो पहले भी लोग गाना सुनते थे ग्रामोफोन पे. Which it will change? Will it change? Listening to music, watching theater, watching TV. We had drama, we had serial, OTT came. Jobs to be done will never change. You will always eat. It's not going to change. So the process or the method will evolve. Now there is big opportunity in that. How you think on that, right? It's up to you. How creative you are. If you are only thinking from the theoretical part of it, it will really not help you. Right? When we say Viksit Bharat, I'm looking at opportunities and ideas which will change the world. Moonshot ideas India से नहीं आएंगे. हम नहीं बोलेंगे मार्स कोलोनाइज करना है. हम बोलेंगे एक 3rd माइल गांव के आदमी को कैसे बेनिफिट हो. ग्रास रूट इनोवेशन पे कैसे काम करें. उसके लिए शोध यात्रा होती है. डॉक्टर अनिल गुप्ता, you might have probably heard, I am Ahmedabad, right? He does शोध यात्रा across the villages in India. जागृति यात्रा is there. तो गांव-गांव जाके क्या challenges है, उन्होंने क्या invent किया है, किस तरह का जुगाड़ है, So when Stanford and Harvard's come to Dharavi, they see this jugaad, go back and file patents, which we haven't done, which we haven't seen it that way. We need to look at things that way, right? Please, ma'am.
Extending to what he said, I would like to say that we need to change our mindset. So I know teachers have been loaded with responsibilities. Like when I'm interacting with some college teachers with whom we have MOU and we file their patents regularly. So they are loaded with like कि इतने patents file करने हैं. नहीं, don't think in that way. So in this case, you need to change your mindset. What he said rightly is why these universities from outside universities are coming and they are able to file patents. So don't think you have been overburdened to file a patent. So how will it happen? I mean, I'll explain it with my own example. When I was working in Godrej, I was in R&D, and we used to have a monthly meeting every time. And then in a monthly meeting, per person, we have to give a new idea. Every time we have to generate new idea. So what that idea, anything, any damn thing, and then how it is to be brought into picture or practical, that we have to think. So we were 20 people in R&D, and then every month 20 ideas were coming into picture, and then we used to start working on it, like right from raw material procuring to prototyping to field trials. So out of 25, how many products are coming out in the market? That is immaterial. But then new idea you have to give. That means you need to think about what are the problems associated with the products which are in existence. So what I would suggest is open up your mind and see whatever problems are associated, what are the issues associated currently with current technologies, maybe current methodologies in your case, and then think how you can solve it. Then we are there to provide, I mean, not we, IPR attorneys or IPR experts are there to provide handholding how you can file patents on that.
Just to add,
Humanities. Not from science and technology.
Right, I understand.
Hello.
yeah, please. Neha,
It's
ma'am,
difficult
would like
for us to imagine that.
So we will talk
Yes, yes.
in
So-
the
Because
detail,
our
yeah.
students are also from education
Yeah.
only, so.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have read one patent related to education field. There was this patent claiming that interactive session for students, claiming to give personalized education. So basically what they have done, they have developed an AI-driven algorithm where student has been analyzed, evaluated, and given an option for personal education. So this was patent filed in India itself. And basically, to be honest, it is from Mumbai itself. So
So
no, correct. You don't create that domain. You create it from outsourcing, or the college who have filed this patent. They have pool of faculties. Basically, they collaborate with each other and they derive one technology and add on to your education and give personalized education.
I'll supplement that. I'm Rajesh. I have filed a patent. I am from education background. I'm a teacher. I'm a B.Ed graduate, and I am from economics background. I filed a patent, a method and system for finding happiness in classrooms using hardware and software, and also using other sensors. So I'm a teacher. So I filed a patent.
So that way, even yeah, mine is also. So I have also filed a patent AI for entrepreneurship mindset development amongst students at all levels. No, but that's the thing. I think one key aspect is collaboration. What I wanted to highlight when I mentioned it, you might not be the smartest person, or you might not have the creative ideas, but when you collaborate, it adds, to you. VIT University Pune I visited for a random, guest lecture. from CII. And that time I saw 50 projects they have done co-patent with companies like Forbes Marshall, Bosch, Kirloskar. All the faculties have co-patented it. So it's really important how you identify these opportunities. Right? Yeah. Any questions from students? Any further questions? You can directly go for questions. Yeah.
So before concluding, I would like to say something. Some basic framework is available for this kind of things, this kind of issues, to solve this kind of issues, which is called as IPR policy. So for particular college, this is sui generis. We call it as sui generis, meaning that IPR policy guidelines has been provided. But then based on those guidelines, every college has got its unique requirements. So based on that, you need to draft your IPR policy wherein you can define the things, how it will go. Like collaborative work hai, to how IP ownership will be there. Funds mile hai, to how that ownership will vary. And students को ownership देनी है, नहीं देनी है, revenue generation model में उनको include करना है, नहीं करना है. So these all things, this what we talked about IPR is a very basic thing, and that has been supported by IPR policy. So that IPR policy to be drafted in such a way that will solve your problems. And as he rightly said, we need to open up and we need to change our mindset towards patents.
So a huge applause for Shalaka ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Great, made a tiffin box which heats up on its own. There's some technology inside. Okay? And he is expecting 280 crore to sell that technology. How much? 280 crores to sell that one technology. Now, even if he achieves 10% of it, it is a life-changing amount which he will get. So don't just file patents for theoretical reason. File patents for utility, file patents where you can do commercialization. And that is only possible when you collaborate with industry. If you're not thinking of collaboration, if you have not gone outside and seen the utility where it will be used, then it will be a good, nice paper. I have 10 patents to tell in a conference, which will not be working on ground. And you will not be able to make money through licensing or commercialization. So after patent, the next part is commercialization and licensing, which you need to be kind of aware of, right? So I think with that thoughts, thank you so much.
Share one
Yes,
example
yes.
for this, like which we are dealing with. So Bharati Vidyapit faculty members, they were in analytical department. They had provided some kind of support to the industry. Industry was some company, they were facing some problem in finalizing, fixing some polymer and providing some analytical or analysis of that polymer. So Bharati Vidyapit students and faculty members did research and provided that solution to them. Now the industry themselves came up with the suggestion that these students will be enrolled or enlisted as inventors in the patent, and then the Bharati Vidyapit will get some kind of royalty out of commercialization of that patent. So this is from the industry, but then this can happen in both the ways. Like when the college faculties are providing some kind of support in the IPR policy itself, we can have such kind of clauses. If industry collaboration is there, so how we can have revenue generation and how we can have our profit share. So this way it happens. Like in nowadays, colleges are collaborating with industry and they are filing IP as co-applicants, and the commercialization output is shared by both. Since industry is there, so there is no issue in commercialization of such patents. So this is an example, live example I wanted to share. Thank you so much for your patient hearing.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the insightful session. So now we are concluding with the session part for today. And we'll be having a small tea break of 15 minutes. Now it's 12. So we will come back here by 12:15. And then we'll be having a panel discussion of 40.